What if the real story about temporary residence, immigration selection and enforcement is not what you think? This House of Commons debate exposes something that could directly impact your job, your taxes, your rent, your safety, and the future of your children. Now, the big question need to think. Are 3 million temporary residents really expected to just leave when their paperwork expires? Or is there a systemic problem that no one is talking about?
Is it realistic for the government to expect these people to leave the country, or as you said, are they just going to try to find a way to stay?
The expectation is that if they have a daughter,
Right.
they should leave.
Okay,
But here's the serious question. When status expires, do they actually leave? Or do many remain after their legal authorization ends? What happens next if most people do not leave when their status expires? What happens when a system expects compliance but reality shows resistance? This is where the true gap between policy and practice becomes alarmingly clear. In this next response, you will hear an admission that is both shocking and highly concerning. Most of the time, temporary residents do not leave unless they are forced to. Not voluntarily, not automatically. Only when pressure is applied. Listen carefully, because what you are about to hear reveals a hidden strain in Canada's immigration system, and it may raise more questions than it answers.
Yeah, if they have a temporary resident permit, what ends up happening most of the time is that they tend to not leave. But when compelled, they do so. And most of the time, they will go, try to fight, and then claim that they have a right to stay here. And as a rule of thumb from IWC, we encourage them to abide by the rules.
What next will happen if Canada is actually moving in the wrong direction on immigrant selection? In Next, the discussion becomes direct and uncomfortable. A member clearly asks whether we are doing it wrong, and the response is straightforward. We are moving in the wrong direction on immigrant selection. Immigration policy is a long-term strategy. Moving in the wrong direction today can create economic and social consequences that take years to correct.
so you talked about the way that the government has gone towards category-based selection, and then further talked about how they've added other factors like language. So is it fair to summarize your initial comments by saying we're doing it wrong?
I think we are moving in the wrong direction on immigrant selection. I think that's fair to say.
If you value this kind of breakdown and real discussion, make sure to subscribe Canada Insight Network for latest updates regarding immigration news,